Okay, hello everyone. This is not how I wanted to start this video, but that's fine. I am outside of Barnes & Noble. I'm waiting for my mom and my brother to get here. Barnes & Noble has 50% off some hardcovers. I think a lot of hardcovers, but just not all of them. So I just wanted to film a quick intro before I head in there. Yeah, kind of a busy day already. I took Pippa to the vet, drove home, and then when I got home, they called me and they were like, yeah, she's ready to get picked up. So I just turned right back around and picked her up. Oh my God, I almost saw a car crash. Yeah, so just chilling until they get here. Hopefully they have some good stuff. Yeah, and then also members get 50% off like one regular hardcover, which I wish I would have known was coming up, because I probably would have saved it to buy like Family Lore or something. But let's see, what are we reading this week? Twisted Hate. I am 80% through that. My audiobook loan actually expires later today, so we'll see how far I get into it, and then I'll probably have to read the rest or wait for my Scribd membership to be renewed so that I can get it on there. But that's the only thing I'm really reading right now. I'm also reading Barack Obama's book. Not that far into it. Well, I say that I'm like 2 hours into it, but it's like 26 hours long or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna pick up this week. We'll see. Okay, so it's quite a few hours later. I didn't get any footage at Barnes & Noble because originally we did a quick walkthrough, and I didn't really like any of the books that they had for 50% off, and also I felt kind of rushed for some reason. So we went and like did some clothes shopping for my brother, and then they left, and then I was like, well, I have to go to my dentist appointment in like 45 minutes, and it's not gonna take that long to drive there, and I don't want to have to sit there and wait, and then I also don't want to drive home. So I was like, well, I'll just be in my natural habitat. And my head was kind of hurting too, so I was like, I just don't really feel like filming anything, and it was kind of busy. So those are all my excuses. But I did pick up a few things. Two of the things I actually already own because they're like gifts for other people. But I will show you the first thing I have here is Last Violent Call by Chloe Gong, which is like 2 short novellas that follow 2 of the couples from, oh my gosh, These Violent Delights. But this one is in relation to what happens in her new series, well, not new because she has another one out now, but Foul Lady Fortune. Have I read that yet? No. It doesn't matter. It was 50% off, so $9 for 2 novellas, whatever. And who knows, maybe I'll like it. And then the other one is Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. Oh gosh. The little crystals are lighting up my face there. But this one, I don't know. I saw that it was about like a school and a terrible tragedy that will change the trajectory of their lives. So I thought for $9 a hardcover, and I'm not super picky about my middle grade, because even if I don't like it, I can give it to my fiance's mom because she's a teacher. So there's that. And then the 2 other books that I picked up, which are gifts, one of them is for his mom as well. It's Nick Blake and the Remarkables. The migraine is hitting me. Angie Thomas's new book. Still haven't read it, but I thought she's gonna like that one, I'm sure. So, and for 50% off. And then one of my good friends that I used to work with, her birthday is coming up this weekend. I thought, like, what could I get her as a gift? I thought about it, and then I was like, oh, That Summer Feeling, because she came over to my house while I was reading this. I was almost done with it, and I was like raving about it. It was so good. And also, her name's Dara, and the sister in this book is named Dara. So like the entire time I was reading it, I was just picturing her. So yeah, I thought she might like that. And then when I got home, like I said, I had a migraine. So I did take some medicine, so that helped a little bit. But I think I'm just going to chill out. The fiance is at a concert right now, so it's just me and the pups. And I got my audiobook hold of The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I did start it already, but then I fell asleep listening to it, so I'm going to have to restart at the beginning anyway. So whenever there is an update on that, I will let you guys know. You guys should see, look at how cute the dog is in her costume I bought her today. Look at her in her little costume. Hello, baby. Oh, this is not. It's Sully. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. She really likes it though. It's really comfy cozy on her, and she like has had to take it off to go outside, and she doesn't even fight me to put it back on. I think she likes it. So anyway, and there's the big fat dog. Hey, so, in the same spot as before, but I have moved. I'm about 2.5 hours into the book, which is 20%. It's okay so far. It's very gothic, spooky house vibes, spooky old lady vibes. Which as a nurse, working night shifts, I feel that. So our main character is Kit, and she isn't technically a nurse, but she is a caregiver. She has done like 180 hours or something practicing to be a nurse, essentially, doing like a bunch of stuff that nurses do and PCAs do and all that. But I'm not exactly sure what I was gonna say.
Also, I don't know.
Like I was saying, she has practiced to be like this caregiver or whatever. And she actually has been like suspended on probation for a little bit because her last patient died. They do kind of get into it pretty soon into the book because like I already know most of the story. I think there is going to be like a little bit that's like, oh, I bet you didn't know this. But also it's very obvious, I feel like. I don't want to spoil. But so her last patient died and they had to like look into it, I guess, because it was suspicious. But then we find out that it was like a cancer patient that died, which like it wasn't like they weren't going to be able to come back from it. It was pretty terminal cancer. And so because of that, she's been on probation, and her boss doesn't really like her. And so he gives her a new assignment to go work at the Hope House, which is where Lenora Hope, the spooky old lady I was talking about, lives. She lives like on this cliffside house that is like about to fall into the cliff, like off the cliff, because the cliff has been eroding for so long. But 50 some years ago, all of Lenora Hope's family died by like different, like I think the dad was stabbed, the mom or sister was hung, and something happened. I don't know how the other one died. But mom, dad, and sister all dead, and she was alive. Very Lizzie Borden-esque is what they keep comparing it to. So far nothing has really happened except for she got to the house, she met Lenora. I will say I don't know what she considers herself, the house. she's not the housekeeper, because there's a different girl that's a housekeeper, but like the girl, the governess of the entire estate, because Lenora Hope had like a stroke and she can't talk anymore and she can't really move anything except for one of her arms. She goes by Mrs. Baker. She's not married, but she says that, oh, that's the name of the role regardless if you're married or not. And the main character's like, okay, whatever. But we actually also get flashbacks to Lenora as a kid / she's kind of like, she's writing it to our main character Kit, and she refers to her as Miss Baker, which I think is very interesting. And Mrs. Baker was around at the time of the family being good, so I do find that very interesting. Not sure if it's gonna come into play or not. Just very interesting. Yeah, I think that's really the only update so far. Nothing crazy is happening. Not super scary. A little eerie, I guess I would say. Not spooky or scary. So I will update you guys when there's more to update on. Hello everyone, good morning. We just woke up a little bit ago. This girly was chewing up the carpet downstairs while I finished the only one left. So she is gonna sit here for the review. This was pretty good, let me say. You know, I don't think anything could be as bad as Survive the Night was. Personally. I do think this was pretty good. The end went a little chaotic, crazy. There was like a lot of people and names and stuff that like I had to go back a couple times to make sure I knew who we were talking about. But at the root of it, this is a gothic suspense thriller. I will say at the end in the acknowledgments, he makes a note of nurses in hospitals and nursing homes, and I said, thank you. Thanks for acknowledging me, Riley. Yeah, overall, I didn't think it was that bad. I think it was pretty good. I don't really want to get into spoilers, because I do think that you guys should read it. If you've liked his other books, besides You Know Who, I think you'd like it. I think it was fine. I do think that it was a long book for how much actually happened in it. Yeah. I haven't picked out a book to read next. You're sitting on top of Twisted Hate right now, which I am like 75% into, I think. 75, 6, I don't know. And my script just got renewed, so I think I'll finish that, maybe? I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know. My Hold of Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo also came in, so maybe I'll pick that up. Who's to say? I'll let you know when I figure it out. She's going crazy back there. Oh! Okay, you guys can enjoy that while I talk about Twisted Hate. I'm this far into it, almost done, like I said. Oh, she's so cute. I think I'm just gonna finish this and probably play some Minecraft while I do that. I think we're gonna have, excuse you, I think we're gonna have just a lazy day today. I say that as it's already like 2 or 3 p.m. It's besides the point. You know what? When you get a week off of work, I don't care what day it is. I'm relaxing. So Twisted Hate is the 3rd book in the Twisted series. I was gonna say trilogy, there's 4. This is the 3rd book. This one we are following, oh my god, what's her name? Jules and Josh. Josh and Jules. Jules is the best friend of Ava, who the first book was following, and Josh is actually Ava's brother, and they hate each other. They hate each other so much, until they have like it's not even a one-night stand, because they're both like, you want to be friends with benefits, basically. They're both like, yeah. And then, of course, knowing it's a romance, they fall for each other, and there's a lot of stuff in between, such as Jules has a very complicated relationship with her mom, and Josh actually has a complicated relationship with his dad as a result of what happened in the first Twisted book. And it's pretty good. Pretty steamy. Wouldn't you say, Pip? Yep, she agrees. So I think like if I listen to it straight, I have like an hour and 50 minutes left or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I think the second book is still my favorite, but the third one's pretty good too. I'm not a series girly, so the fact that I've gotten through almost 3 books in this series within like a month and a half, 2 months is pretty good for me, I will say. Hi guys, so I am back. It's the next day. Excuse the look. I thought I would do a little get ready with me moment while I talk about the book I finished and the book that I started since I last spoke with you. You already know the dog has a toy, so excuse that. So I just finished taking a shower. We'll get ready quick. I'm not gonna do a ton. I think just mascara maybe. Because I don't really have a lot planned today. But so the book that I finished, I should have held up before I put lotion all over my hands, but I had to cut anyway because the Roomba started sucking up and it was very loud. Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. It was 4 stars. It was good. I do think I like the first and second one a bit more. Nothing against it. I just felt like it was really long. And I didn't care for Jules and Josh's relationship the way I cared about the other 2 relationships. There was also a really sweet moment at the end. Spoiler for the first one. A really cute moment between Alex. Is that his name? Ava and Alex. Yeah, I think so. Spent hours with these characters. Can I even remember their names? No. Oh, the Roomba's coming back for seconds. But they had a cute little epilogue type of moment, and I actually started tearing up and crying because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking cute. And then as for the book I started last night, as I was going to sleep, so I'm not super far into it, The Black Queen by Jumada Emil. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I will pronounce it today. This one is following so far 2 different perspectives of these 2 girls. It's gonna be too difficult to do because I'm very blind without my glasses. And to put mascara, I need to be like super close, and I don't want to be that close to you guys. No offense. And we are back. So it's following these 2 girls. They're both in high school. The story centers around this girl named Nova. Oh gosh, it's really stuck in the clip. She is the first Black homecoming queen at this school. And they like just passed a rule that I think they haven't straight out said what the rule change was, but one of the girls' moms, who's the white girl who was supposed to win homecoming, she wasn't really. We'll get into it. She her mom said something like, oh, well, if they wouldn't have had that rule change, like, you would have been queen, because I think the other girl wouldn't have even been able to run because she's black. But then it kind of comes out that she probably wouldn't have won anyway, because originally there were only 2 girls up to be homecoming queen. One of them was the white girl. Her name's Tinsley, and the other girl is Nova. She's the black girl who won. And so Tinsley's mom's like, well, we couldn't have gone against that rule change because we would have looked like we were racist or something. Yeah, maybe because you would be racist. Maybe because you are. I don't know. Do we ever think of that? And Nova, let me tell you, this girl has some balls, because she doesn't have a ton of money, and so what the girls in the town do to like pay for like hair and makeup and dresses and stuff is go around to the local stores and ask if they'll support them. And Nova goes to Tinsley's dad and is like, will you support me? And he's like, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. And of course, then Tinsley's mom is like pissed off and is like, oh my God, how could you even think? Do you mind? She doesn't like hairbrushes. She doesn't like when I brush her brother's hair. And right now she's getting mad at me for brushing my own hair, if you could see her right now. Anyway, so yeah, she's got some balls, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna die, given that the cover is everyone loved her, homecoming killed her, and she got blood on her head. I'm sure she's gonna die, because then the other point of view that we're following is, her name's Duchess, I think, and I think, like I said, I'm only a few chapters in, so I'm not 100% sure on all of this, is supposed to be Nova's best friend. And Nova, spoiler, I'm sure for all of us, is gonna die. She hasn't died yet, but she's gonna die somehow. And Duchess and Tinsley, I think, are gonna team up and figure it out, but Duchess is probably gonna be like, girl, you're racist, and I don't like you. So, and also probably think that Tinsley's the one that did it, because Tinsley was supposed to win, but she knew deep down that she wasn't gonna win, so she dropped out of the running. But it's because she wasn't gonna win anyway, but she didn't want to have to lose to the black girl. So gross behavior, if you ask me. It is a YA book, so I'm sure it's not gonna get super crazy, but yeah, that is my update right now. I think we're just gonna go with some basic mascara and eyebrow gel today, because I just have to run to Target, and then I have to run to Costco for a few things, but I think Cam will want to come with me for that. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of plans today otherwise, besides reading, hanging out, chilling. Any other basic day off for me, quite honestly. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. This is my co-host that I deal with. Look at her. She can't even look me in the eye. She said, I guess I'll take it if you want. My coworker, working very hard at destroying this new toy I just got her. Ouch. She said, I'm gonna get the squeaker out of there. She loves to disembowel the toys. Kind of creepy, if you ask me. Hey, so a little bit of a different angle. We're having a Katie Colson moment. You're in the cupboard. So I actually forgot until I was scrolling through Instagram while I finished the last clip that there's like an art sale, art fair thing that was going on today. And so I messaged Cam and I was like, hey, have you taken your break yet? Do you want to go downtown and look at the art? And he said yes. So I'll show you a couple of the things that we got. So Cam picked out these earrings. Very cute. There's like this weird glare going on right here. I don't know what that's from. I tried figuring it out. I think the ghosts are with us today. Good for them. But yeah, Cam picked out this pair. They gave us this cute little card. So cute. And then put that back in the thing. I picked out this little pair. Cute. And it's cute because I don't think I can show you. Yeah, I can't show you, but I have a little charm on my phone that the same artist made for me, and it's the same little flower design but a lighter pink, so that's cute. Then my co-worker was also there, and his wife is an artist and made some pieces, and I had to pick something up because he's the sweetest man you will literally ever meet. So I picked up 2 of these little like magnets, the evil eye magnets, for my friends, also co-workers, because I knew they would love those, that his wife made those. And they had like a 2 for $15 sale. And then I also picked up this little teapot for myself, also with the evil eye. Isn't that so freaking cute? And then the last thing that I picked up, packaged also cutely, oh, also they had a free shell that I got to pick out. They said I could pick one out, but I didn't want to pick one out unless I like actually bought something, because I felt like that'd be weird. But look at that. And then they did have a little ribbon on it, but Cam and I said, you can keep that and we will just find our own little string. So yeah, isn't that adorable? And then after that, I went to Target. I just picked up like boring random stuff. Some gift bags for the 2 presents, and then also for the present for my friend's party tomorrow. And then yeah, some chips and like shampoo and stuff. So yeah, I'm farther into the Black Queen. Like right after the last update, we actually found out that Duchess is gay. Good for her. She has a girlfriend, or like a significant other in her life. And then Tinsley, the white girl, let me tell you, that girl is a psycho. She's a psycho. Oh, sorry, Pip. Pippa wants to be on camera. Look at her. So she missed me because I was gone for a few hours, and that's way too long for a little baby, she says. Okay, so Tinsley, the white chick, let me tell you. So they had like this after party after the Nova got did her coronation or whatever it's called. I don't really know. I wasn't super into any of that when I was in high school, but they have this like after party, and there's like one for the black kids and one for the white kids because it's a racist town. And the white kids, they're of course playing songs with the N-word, and one of the boys is like saying the N-word or whatever, and nobody gets mad at him except for the one girl's like, which is funny because I think it was Tinsley who was like, shouldn't you not say that? But then later on, Tinsley's like, oh, I'm gonna kill that girl, like about Nova, and I'm gonna put her in a slave cemetery. And I was like, what the hell? What is this book? I mean, I knew it was gonna be like gross, but geez Louise, what the heck? So, and then of course one of her friends recorded it and like put it on TikTok, and then a few hours later, the one girl is found dead in the slave cemetery. And also when she was at the party, she is like getting annoyed with her boyfriend, and she's like, oh, I don't even like you. I'm only with you because my mom wants me to be with you, and like I think we're gonna break up before school even ends, and blah blah blah, whatever. And then once she like, I don't think she's like officially gotten arrested, but once they're like it's very obviously pointing at her that she's the one that killed Nova. She like goes to her boyfriend and is like, hey, do you want to get back together? Like, do you want to hang out? Did you talk to the police, by the way? And he's like, you go F yourself. Like, I told him exactly what you were, a lying, manipulative bitch. Oh my God. And then of course she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you would say something like that about me. And meanwhile, I'm driving my car. I'm like, I can believe that they would say something about you like that about you, because Tinsley, you're not a good person. I'm sure she's been through some things in life, but that does not make up for the things that she is doing to other people. But now she went to go see Nova's mom and is like, hey, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think she even said, hey, I'm sorry your daughter died, but she's like, I'm gonna help figure out who killed your daughter, because it wasn't me and I need to prove myself innocent. So there's that. I think I'm like maybe I'm 30% into it now, 35%. I'm like 3.5 hours and it's like 10 hours long, I think. So yeah, maybe I'll update you at the halfway mark if I remember to. Who's to say? Now I am halfway through the book. Slight spoilers for the Black Queen if you are thinking about reading it and you want to go into it blind. But so the two girls are teaming up now because Duchess, who does have a girlfriend, by the way, Duchess's dad works for the police, and she's like, well, he like saw Nova as like his own kid, and so he's gonna help figure out what happened. And so Tinsley and Duchess team up, and they can like use her dad like that. So also we've learned that Nova was pregnant, and Tinsley thought she saw something, or like there was information about getting an abortion, but then Duchess was like, no, like she was pregnant when she died, or that's what the autopsy said or something. And which I meant to mention this earlier because I thought it was going to come back. But Nova's uncle just got out of prison, and do you know why he was in prison? I could assume he is a pedophile. He assaulted Nova when she was a kid, and so he went to prison for that. And then he got out on like probation for some new law that the state passed or something. I don't know. It was kind of confusing. But he's out, and he was like talking to Nova the like week or so before she died, and everyone didn't know who that was or whatever. But like I think it was very obvious that he was gross because they said he was leering at her. That's a gross word. I don't like that. Yeah, so she's pregnant. Uncle came back into the storyline, and he assaulted her when she was a child. So trigger warning for that. Yeah, I'm not really sure where it's going. Like, I think it's kind of obvious that the two girls are going to try and figure out whoever the dad was, or whoever like got her pregnant, and like talk to him and see if he's the one that killed her. But since we're halfway and we know she's pregnant and we're going to figure out who got her pregnant, I have two theories. Either one, we're not going to figure out who it was until like the very end because they don't want to spoil it. Or two, we're going to find out who it was, but he was not the person that killed her. Those are my two guesses. So far, I meant to mention this earlier too. So far, it really reads like The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson, if you guys have read that, which is like very similar to Carrie as well. It's what that book is based on. But just with like the very racist town, and it's like present day, so people can't believe that they would still be racist, and like how there's like some white girl who thinks that she's so perfect and she's not racist, but obviously she is, and she's not a good person. Yeah, very similar to that. I think if you liked The Weight of Blood, you'd probably like this one. So, yeah, probably won't update until I have finished the book at this point. just because I don't want to spoil any more than I already have. So, on to the next. Hey guys, so editing slash outro me here. I realized I never actually filmed like an outro to this, and I never actually like gave my ratings on the books that I read in these clips. And mind you, I'm filming this clip like a week, 2 weeks after all the other clips that you've just seen, so it has been a bit since I've actually read these books, but I do think I have pretty good memory on them still. So the first book that I read for the vlog, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I'm giving this a 4 stars, a good spooky gothic read. I do think some of it was kind of predictable, and other parts were interesting enough. I did think the like typing aspect of it was interesting, and there were certain parts that I was like, let's just get to it, if you know what I mean. Like, I felt like it was just kind of dragging on, I guess. Same with our next book that we have here, Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. This is the 3rd book in the Twisted series. I'm also giving this 4 stars. Compared to the first book, I think I gave 4.5. The second book I gave 5 stars. This one was just a 4. I just think, like, that's a lot. For a romance, that's a big book. And also, I think the 4th book is even longer than this. So, we'll see how that fares. This one, super spicy, steamy romance. If you are looking for that kind of thing, it's not your necessarily typical traditional romance for the most part. It's not super dark, but there are dark romance elements of this. And then as for the last book that I read for this vlog, The Black Queen by Dramata Emile. Originally I gave this a 4 star, and then I kind of thought about it, read through some reviews, and I'm gonna land on a 3.5 star. I think the mystery aspect of this and the thriller aspect of this was really good. At least for myself, I didn't see things coming. Some of the reviews said that it was very obvious what was happening, but maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. But one thing of note that I think is important to bring up is that this book, earlier in the vlog, I compared it to The Weight of Blood. Personally, I think The Weight of Blood does a better job of dealing with the like racism aspects of it, whereas this one, we have the 2 main characters, the white girl, the black best friend. Most of the book is just following the white girl kind of realizing that she's racist and like crying and changing her ways. Not even necessarily changing her ways, but like starting to attempt to change her ways, which wasn't necessarily the route I thought it was gonna go, but it did really focus on like Tinsley's views and actions and tears. So that's why it is a 3.5 versus a 4 star. I hope you guys liked this vlog. Watching it back, a lot of it is just me acting like I'm on FaceTime with my friends. Like I have multiple friends. So you know what? That's you guys. You guys, we were just on FaceTime the whole time, and I was just telling you about all the books I was reading, basically. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for my, let's see, August book haul and August wrap up, because that will be coming very, very soon. Like, comment, and subscribe. Over and out.